Yes. Not enough mana. I ordain it. No, good God, man. I'm under attack. Not yet.
I was defeated by them?
Relax, relax, get back. Not worth it. Oh, got it.
Like a snake-bitten mouse.
To err is human.
Go PAP. This guy noob. Very noob.
Sound.
See?
I'm not ready.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower! Oh, ha ha! Ha
Forward.
Can't we just play a game where nobody bails?
Yes.
Oh, Rick! He's dominating now! He's dominating!
Your prayer answered.
Oh my god! Four in a row! That's he's now dominating! He's dominating, Rick!
I ordain it.
Oh, make it kill!
Very good.
Ow.
Double kill!
Sound advice. Onward. A position of power. By my whispers, that's good stuff. Your prayer answered.
You really thought it's onto something.
Beware. Onward. Very good. A position of power. Sound
NP,
advice.
NP. Oh, it's him.
I ordain it.
Oh, jeez, your middle tower's under attack!
By
Holy crap, Rick, he's
my
unstoppable!
Oh, ye of little faith.
Don't worry, don't worry. My KS day is done.
Ah, the enemy's bottom tower. It's gone. We did it.
I
Oh,
ordain it.
you're gonna do this!
Sound advice.
Go
Onward.
PAP.
Very good. You've had this coming
Whoa,
for a
whoa, they
long
took out the enemy's
time.
top tower!
Your prayer answered.
Whoa! They just killed Radiant's courier!
A position of power. Human mortals. To battle. Arcane power. Yes. Heaven help you. A divine infusion. To battle. Not yet. Yes. Not so fast. Onward.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over here!
That went well.
He couldn't made it on time. He tried to run.
Prayer answered. heaven seem closer now? Very good.
Welcome to the secret shop.
Forward. I ordain it.
Oh man, this guy's dominating!
Vision.
Your prayer answers.
Oh, your bottom tower's under attack!
God maketh a way.
Oh, the enemy's top tower got destroyed!
Oh boy, Morty,
Your
you
bottom
pretty
tower's
famous.
under attack!
Stop it. He just made it killed.
Yeah, you said it, Rick!
Death at my hands
That
is
force
an
field
honor.
leads me to believe that Dyer
Push, push.
fortified their
A position
structure.
of power.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Man, you might as well save that energy, because Radiant just fortified their structures!
Sound advice.
They all stay in the back.
Very good. Onward. To battle.
Wait, no, hold on! He's unstoppable! Oh, the enemy's middle tower
Morty.
serves them right!
Can you smell it? The smell of freshly slaughtered
Position
bodies.
of power.
Why you buy Shadow Blade when there's Zeus in the game? Why?
Sound advice. Epiphany. I ordain it.
It's like
Yes.
oh no. You're dead.
Don't believe this.
Your prayer answers. Yes.
We need shaman for that.
A position
If
of
you wanna go Rambo like that, we need shaman.
onward. To battle. Sound advice. Not yet. Very good.
I mean,
It's not time to Instagram. Oh, ye little thing. I ordain it. I'm not ready.
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode.
Yes. Forward. Onward. Very good. Oh, that would be
Whoa, killing spree. Oh!
divine invasion. A position of power. Sound advice.
Oh, Dyer's courier got killed. Are you kidding me?
I
Weak.
ordain it. Your prayer answers. Sound advice.
Tis mine.
A position of power. Your prayer answers.
Take heed.
Very good.
Hooray! The enemy's bottom tower is destroyed. Hooray!
Oh
I
boy, you really
ordain
should be
it.
proud of yourself, you know?
you greedy man being.
Forward. For God's sake.
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
To battle. Yes. ordain it. A position of power.
Your top tower's under attack.
Sound advice.
Assassination at its finest.
Oh, jeez, your top
Your
tower's under
prayer
attack.
answered. It's not time. You wish you would never spawn.
Top tower's falling.
I'm not ready. Enough is as good as a
The Phantom strikes.
yes. 4.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower.
I'm under attack.
Jesus, this is a wicked
Help me, Daddy!
Monster kill. Watch out. Heads up.
For me.
Enemy's middle barracks just got wrecked, baby. Oh boy. Whoa. What a good work. What a good work you did.
Oh man, this guy's dominating.
Dominating. Dominating.
Very good.
Oh man, what?
Dominating am I?
Radiant just fortified their structures.
4. A position of power. Not yet. I ordain it. It's not time yet.
No, not so fast, Morty, because he just mega killed. It's a mega kill now.
Make a kill?
Your prayers answered.
Morty,
Sound.
killing spree.
Out of the veins.
Yes.
Hitting his ratting us.
God give it.
Those days are gone, AM.
Middle barracks just got
We
wrecked,
own the game.
baby.
All you gotta do is finish the game.
Oh, I'm so happy about all this. Oh, jeez, he's dominating.
One down. 4 to
I
go.
ordain it. Lucky
Oh
scepter
shit.
to know the touch of a god.
Oh, AM cry like a baby right now.
Onward.
I don't wanna push it.
Sound advice.
Oh, the enemy's bottom tower. It's gone. We did it.
Yes.
He's crying.
Your prayer answered.
Enemy's bottom barracks are gone. Oh, Morty, it's all safe. Oh, you better hold on to your hat because now it's a mega kill. That's 5, baby. 5. There's no accident anymore. Who was that? This is an accident now.
A position of power.
Where's yeah?
Beware. 4.
Leave the game, son.
To battle. Onward.
Mega, let's go. Mega will be more fun
A position
than
of
ending
power.
it.
It's not time yet.
Go, Nimbus ready.
Jesus, this is some wicked sick stuff, Rick, because he just wicked sick it.
That's
Your
right.
prayer answered.
Quit playing hide and seek.
Oh, the enemy's top tower's fallen.
The enemy's top barracks just got riggedy wrecked, son. Oh, that's what I call
Oh,
teamwork.
snap, you got mega creeps on your corner, homie.
You done crying, AM?
I ordain it. I'm not ready. Heaven help you. It's not time.
Crap, Rick, he's unstoppable.
Hate the Lord.
Oh my god. 4.
I'm marking this in my journal.
He's now
It's a day to
dominating.
remember. There was a
He's
monster
dominating,
kill.
Rick.
Fuck.
Your prayer answered.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle
27 minutes.
Very good.
28. We're gonna finish it in 28. Let's go. Finish it.
Serves him right. Totes Maloof's dog.
A position of power.
Bro,
Sound.
you're gonna die.
Yes.
They worked as a team. They hustled. They got in there. Took care.
Victory.
Could be okay here. If he gets jumped, obviously he's dead, but the whole goal is they start the fight, you global silence. Yeah, maybe they stun into Inkswell you, but there's nothing after that.
Is very hit and miss. If you are able to dictate every fight in the early game and your global has great effect, you can crush the game. But if you don't find that, your enemies get the mantas, the BKBs online, even the tier 4 items, it can be a struggle.
And rupturing.
You wanna go first?
Get those goosebumps every time you come around here. You waste my mind, you make everything so fine.
Nova could use a snack.
Good.
On the prowl.
Sings for blood.
tell tales of this?
The Tusk is always ready for a fight.
Welcome back to the Surrey Watch Guy, everyone. I'm Dan, and today I'm reviewing the Omega Seamaster Diver 300M 43.5mm in ceramic and sandblasted titanium. Now, if Darth Vader were ever to need a dive watch, bloody unlikely I know as he's always in space, this watch would certainly be it. It really does go pretty well with his mask and cloak. I've come to call this watch the Dark Side of the Sea, as it shares some similar design traits with the Dark Side of the Moon Speedmaster collection which Omega makes, which are also made ceramic. Released in 2019, this watch I liked immediately, but what with some other watches on my mind at the time, and being anti-ceramic also, I put it to the back of my mind. Why anti-ceramic, I hear you say? Well, I always associated ceramic with weakness due to hearing horror stories of owners dropping their watches and the case shattering. I'm sure these things do happen from time to time, but thankfully it's a rare thing. But I've very much warmed to the material of late, and I'm really appreciating the aesthetic that it possesses. My friend Steve recently bought one of these watches after falling out of love with his orange 8500 Planet Ocean, and as I hadn't seen one of these watches in the metal, or ceramic rather, he kindly lent it to me to do a review with. Steve, thank you so much. I really appreciate you lending this to me. I've only had the watch for a week, so it's by no means the most definitive review, but it's a review nonetheless. Let's dive into the specifics. The reference number for this watch is 210.92.44.20.01.001. It's got a case size of 43.5mm with a case thickness of 14.5mm. The lug to lug length is 51.4mm. It has a lug width of 21mm. Next to the No Time to Die, you can see that although it's only 1.5mm bigger at 43.5mm case size, it actually does look quite a bit larger. But the all black certainly helps to keep the size in check, if that makes sense. It wears slim, although thicker than my No Time to Die, due to having a slimmer aspect ratio between the thickness and the width of the case. So, the whole case of this watch is fashioned out of solid black ceramic. It's got the curved lyre style lugs with their unique beveling. The sides of the watch are satin finished, which you can probably see in the light here, and Omega have done a really great job of it. Over the top of the lugs it's been polished, and despite being an all black colour, you can really see the difference in the finishing of the polishing versus the satin. The bezel on this watch is made of satin finished titanium and comes with the scallop style that's really famous with the Diver 300M. As I've said in a previous video about my Diver 300M No Time to Die edition, the scallop bezel really does look great, but it's a pain to turn if wearing gloves or your hands are wet. The coinage bezel, in that respect, works much better and makes for an easier turning action. However, when turning this bezel, the action is solid and the clicks are reassuring in an accurate way. The bezel insert is made of black ceramic and it's high polished and comes with a contrasting white enamel diving scale. And yeah, it looks really nice. I just wish they'd made it a loomed bezel like on the No Time to Die edition. It just would have been perfect for this watch. Maybe in a future update, hey Omega. The dial on this watch features the famous wave patterning, which made a return to the Diver 300M collection in 2018. However, whereas the stainless steel models have laser engraved waves, the waves on this dial are actually in positive relief. The waves are shiny against a matte dial. It's much more subtle and refined than the steel version, and I feel it captures and plays with the light in a much nicer way. All the dial text is in white, which keeps the monochrome look intact. The indices are applied and filled with white superluminova. Legibility is off the charts here. The loom glows bright blue, apart from the minute hand and bezel pip, which glow green to aid time telling whilst diving. The hands are the skeleton style, which is synonymous with the Diver 300M collection, and they look really good, but the lack of luminova material makes timekeeping a little harder at night than with the broad arrow hands that are found on other Omega watches. One of the most important things to me in a watch is dial symmetry, and this watch is no exception, and having no date is absolutely perfect for me, and anyone who's been a long time viewer of this channel will tell you that I'm a no date fan. Just look at that dial, just simple and beautiful. The sapphire crystal on this watch is slightly raised above the height of the bezel, however it's not domed, but it does feature an anti-reflective coating on the underside which really aids legibility and makes the dial pop. The conical shaped helium escape valve is ever present at the 10 o'clock position and is also made of satin finished titanium. It lets somebody know that you're wearing an Omega dive watch, but I think like all the other watches, the Planet Ocean, it would just look so much better without one, in my opinion. I just think they're so ugly and totally unnecessary. The screw down crown is also fashioned from satin brushed titanium, and when you unwind it and turn it, it's buttery smooth, and setting the time is very exacting. It's absolutely wonderful. It's so smooth. The case back on this watch is fashioned from satin finished titanium and comes with the standard sapphire, so you can view the movement. It's held in place by a Niad lock, which basically means it keeps the case back text perfectly aligned every time you undo or re-screw it in. It also helps the watch to be water resistant to 300 meters. Powering the watch is the Omega 8806 Master Chronometer Certified Caliber, which is basically in essence the 8800 found in the stainless steel references, but without the date complication. It features a power reserve of 55 hours, it's got 35 joules, it's got a frequency of 25,200 VPH, and it's magnetically resistant up to fields of 15,000 Gauss. The finishing of the movement is nicely done for the price point, with rhodium plated rotor and bridges with the usual Geneva waves in a gorgeous arabesque. Keeping the watch to its utilitarian brief is a black rubber strap. This one is right up there with the usual Omega OEM standard. It's got a lovely taper to it too. It sits flush with the lugs and looks incredibly sleek. The main part of the strap is matte finished with satin twin ribbing on the top, and underneath there's some gentle waves that help the watch grip the wrist whilst also allowing sweat to evaporate if it's a hot day. It's very supple and hugs the contours of the wrist extremely well. At the end of this strap is a tang buckle that Omega have fashioned from solid ceramic. They could have cut corners easily and just machined one out of titanium and satin finished it, but this is a little masterpiece, and it truly shows off how much Omega have learned over the last decade about how to work with ceramics. To the untrained eye, this could easily be mistaken for metal, such as the finishing and shine. Personally, I feel a deployant clasp would have been more suited here, being that the watch is ceramic, and when you're putting on a watch with a tang buckle, you sort of rest the watch case on your thigh whilst you secure it. Who knows, maybe they'll release a future dive watch with one. On my round 17cm wrist, it's probably right at the extremes of what I can personally pull off, and it's probably a little big. However, the rubber strap and finish case help with the overall wearing experience. It feels rock solid with a reassuring heft despite being light and being made of ceramic and titanium. It weighs in at 108 grams, whereas the No Time to Die I have, which is all titanium, is 97 grams. I guess I'm used to wearing lighter watches presently, but I have to admit, this looks fantastic and feels it too. It's a tough watch to quantify, this one. It's a tool watch, yet it's made of ceramic. It's bold and different, yet subtle and blends in with the background. It can be dressy. I would wear it with a tuxedo or a suit, yet it could equally be at home on the wrist of a Special Forces soldier dressed in the black kit. Negatives? Well, I'd like to see it in a 40mm case just because it'd fit my wrist better, and well, I'd like it without the helium escape valve. Although I love Omega as a brand, I just wish they would create an integrated system rather than that ugly warp protruding from the case. A lume bezel would be great too. Aside from that, I think it's a great offering and a break from the usual metal watches that dominate the dive watch segment. Stop press. Omega have released another black ceramic diver. This one is bonkers. It's just it's what they call a black edition. Maybe Darth Vader would wear this one instead. What do you think? So there you have it, the Omega Seamaster 300 diver in ceramic and titanium. What do you think of this watch? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a like. If you'd like to see future videos, click the subscribe button, but don't forget to hit that bell icon, then you'll get notified when a new video drops. I'm also over on Instagram at the Surrey Watch Guy, so give me a follow there. Thanks, see you next time.
But I don't think the people at Grand Seiko will be happy about this. Hello, welcome back to Swiss Watch and welcome to another show. And guess who's back? Pierre from Small Turns Big. Pierre, thank you again for coming, and I see you brought the big guns today, so I'm super excited to show my audience what we are in store for them.
Yes, for sure. This time it's a big one. We will see what we can do here.
It's a slight improvement to last time, I think.
You remember the small piece I had?
Yes.
No. Yeah, it's a bit different now. I'm excited what watches you have here today, because I think the audience had something to say.
Yes, the amount of comments of, oh, shame you didn't want to show Grand Seiko under the microscope or Rolex or whatever. So we basically brought a Grand Seiko today on the show, brand spanking new. It was actually lent to us by Ursachen in Bern, the official distributor of Grand Seiko in Switzerland. Okay. We have a Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi, and just the crown jewel of this show, and what I wanted to see under the microscope myself, is the A-Lange & Söhne Datograph Lumen with a movement of 454 components. So I can't wait to show this one.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Made in Germany, yeah? So we have a Swiss brand, a Japanese brand, and a German brand. So let's see who does best. Before we jump into the watches, let's show something else under the microscope. What do you want to show us?
Yeah, you got some nice hair. Why don't we take one of those?
Yeah. Let's go, let's do this.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Don't scream like a baby. Oh!
Half of my hair is gone. I got a bald spot, huh? For sure now.
Okay,
thank you.
Sorry, we need to cover it. Okay,
so
let's
show us my disgusting hair now.
Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so this.
Oh my God.
Let me do a focus here.
Oh, that's.
This is the hair root, okay?
My God. Is it good or bad? I don't know. I can't.
Look, if you go through here.
Oh my God. So there's hair within the hair.
Yes,
huh?
You can say that. This part now you see here. This is the part that you see. And if you go up back here, all this is in your head. Let me make it sharp for you. Look. And now we got a sharp image. You see it? All this was in your head.
That's freakishly weird, huh? No, disgusting, definitely. Let's jump into the watches. So the first watch we're gonna start with is gonna be the Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi. a very popular watch, which many people wait on the waiting list, and I think they're gonna be waiting for a long time. Swiss brand, so let's check it out.
Okay.
Let's zoom in on the lume now and see how it looks from up close.
Let's see what we can find here.
This is such an improvement to the last video. I'm so happy that you brought the big gun today.
No reflection, you have good quality image.
It's good polishing as well on this part. How close can you go with this one now?
So 20 to 200 magnification.
There's no lagging, nothing.
Very fast, all in focus. We have some other lenses, but maybe for a different time.
Huh? Can we go to the other hand maybe? If you zoom out, you'll see which one. This is the Mercedes hand from Rolex, which is very known for as well.
Is it called like that officially?
Yeah, because I mean, it's a nickname.
Nickname.
Let's just see if everything is perfect. I mean, again, for a magnification this close, it looks quite okay, huh? We are now, wow, you can see the particles of the lume. Huh? So let's zoom in now on the beginning of the GMT hand. Let's see how well the paint is applied on it. Wow, disgusting. I mean, listen, Rolex making close to 1 million watches a year. I don't know the exact numbers of the GMT models, but being that this is made by the machine and the naked eye doesn't see it, it's okay. Up close like this now, it's disgusting.
Let's say we measure how much this distance is. There we go. And you can see this is 35 micron. So this is ridiculously small. You cannot see this by eye.
Because now we are, as on the screen says, 200 times magnification, which is just insane. We have a loop here with which we sometimes examine watches, so I can just throw this away. I need one of those things. So many people would complain, oh, this is a fake Rolex, or this is not, you know, quality enough. But again, machine made, I think it's okay. You know what I want to see, Pierre, from up close? The Cyclops. The date window at 3 o'clock. Let's check that out.
Cyclops. Let's go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Jeez,
yeah. So this one, let me show you something funny. We can do this.
Oh. Ooh.
Whoa. Wait, that's not in the glass?
The Cyclops is actually applied on the glass.
So it's like glued on top?
Exactly. So it magnifies the date window below, so you can see it bigger. Huh? So now we have Magnification Inception. We are magnifying a magnifying glass. And you can see how the dust and the dirt gathers around the Cyclops here.
Yeah.
Can we zoom in on that?
Sure. But now the shallow depth of field, everyone who does photography or video knows this. We just quickly activate the program.
Ooh, so now we basically did image stacking.
Yeah.
Like in photography. You take multiple shots, put them together, and this is that.
Exactly.
It's amazing what you can see up close. Huh? This is like a small city here. Looks like grass, or I don't know what it is.
Some leftover skin, like last time, you remember?
True.
Could be.
Let's now zoom in on the bezel of the watch. That's the outer ring. So this bezel in normal environment looks blue and red. So this is surprising to me as well.
Yeah, it's probably because of the diffuser on the microscope here in front. And then also the surrounding that just has different light influence.
For sure. So the dial was pretty cool. Had a few surprises for us here. Let's now jump on the bracelet. So the fine adjustments. Huh? Oh, you can see the scratches already. A lot of, I assume, skin particles again?
Yeah, it looks like, but there's like little wear and tear. Let's just go on the side here first.
Wow.
Zoom in here, put the focus correct.
Oh, wow,
you see it?
wow.
Let's do the focus stacking.
This is a used watch from my friend, so for sure, not factory. Oh my God, huh? What did he do here?
Was he on the construction site with this one?
I gotta ask him, looks like it.
I don't think he can sell it like this.
It's a Rolex, so you can always sell a Rolex. Let's jump to the crown now. I'm curious to see.
Edition. The scallop bezel really does look great, but it's a pain to turn if wearing gloves or your hands are wet. The coinage bezel, in that respect, works much better and makes for an easier turning action. However, when turning this bezel, the action is solid and the clicks are reassuring in an accurate way. The bezel insert is made of black ceramic and it's high polished and comes with a contrasting white enamel diving scale. And yeah, it looks really nice. I just wish they'd made it a loomed bezel like on the No Time to Die edition. It just would have been perfect for this watch away. All the dial text is in white, which keeps the monochrome look intact. The indices are applied and filled with white superluminova. Legibility is off the charts here. The lume glows bright blue.
But I don't think the people at Grand Seiko will be happy about it. This is definitely not something I expected from this brand. This is definitely not something I expected. Have been partners of this channel since their first release, and I'm really grateful. Most of you know Avanti you don't see, especially at the low price point of only $9,800 at the time of the launch. If you want to pick up one of the older models, you can do so, but you have to contact them directly and see if they have any left. The price is on the side, great for a young brand. A new approach which they model featuring a 100 Avanti 830 elements. The first thing that's extremely hard to work with, which you can find usually on the top and the bottom of the case, is now used as the inner elements of the watch. If you're familiar with other watches that ever since I learned about MBNF, since the likes of that Fallout was a grail watch, founded every MBNF watch that Fallout was a grail watch basically, and obtainable for the awakening, oh well, another one of, as well as customers, or how they call them, Swiss francs. After some research, I wrote them an email saying that if they were ever to is the first publicly available Mad watch created, and the response it got was insane, a chance to buy one. How I got mine, you ask? Well, like I said, if you wrote them a nice heartfelt email before the red model was even announced, you were able to purchase one earlier. That was their way of rewarding the hardcore same time indication philosophy in the HM3, HM4, 5, 6, 8, HM10 and the Yeah, you do a lot of Instagram reels where you show, and we have my watch which is hidden here. I haven't seen it yet. This was the whole idea. So he, Jesus, it looks, yeah, damn. It's fun to see because we've been talking about this.
Engraved movement dial. Oof. You will see the real watch.
Okay, so let's go to the watch. Show me what you created. I'm kind of nervous, so let's go. Let's see this.
Okay.
Live reaction, huh?
Okay, live reaction. Here you can see it. That's the real watch.
Damn.
You can see it.
Holy, I can't swear, so I would otherwise. This looks f***ing dope. I just did.
And here you have your Swiss Watch Gang logo inside. And
damn, man.
Complete engraved movement dial. Oof. Yeah.
That looks amazing. So
that's the back side.
The movement's sick as well. Yeah. Holy damn, I can't swear. I like to swear in private. I can't do it now on camera because we'll have to bleep it out the whole time. But so, this looks sick, man. Holy ass. Jesus. It looks, yeah, damn. It's fun to see because we've been talking about this for so long.
Yeah, of course.
And we tried to do which is hand engraved, not hand engraved, but made with a machine.
Yeah.
But the logo was your idea at the beginning, right?
Yeah,
I was really for it.
This more or less complication. It's more or less.
Very cool.
That you can have. Engraving, I have an engraver, Matthias, and.
So we chose this model and the lugs because when I saw them, I was just mesmerized by the lugs. In person, I gotta say that the watch looks smaller than on the photos. I was skeptical at the beginning if I should do the big
wrist.
50, okay.
With the Unitas movement, and then I put out every option. The middle option is the ZBM1 movement design, and there you have the cutted bridges and the new design of the movement, and also the finishing, and not just the shape.
I agree,
it's very nice.
People like, you know, some names written on. Oh.
Cut it with the sword, and
appreciation, this renaissance for mechanical watchmaking.
No, these are beautiful. Like I've seen them on your channel.
To change, and interestingly, during this period, I'm extremely fascinated about. So as you know, in the 70s, the watch industry was heavily devastated by the introduction of Japanese quartz movement. There were low-cost watches back then. People bought watches because they needed to tell the time. It was nothing artistic. It wasn't anything that was bought watches just because out of business. Peak of the AP balanced, a very legible and attractive high complication piece. So when they put out this piece,
You have a few different variants here as well, which we can see on the table.
So this one over here, this is what they call a Tuscan Dial.
Yeah.
It's a blue dial with a nice hand-carved, hand-frosted kind of finish. And it's in a platinum case, so I think there must be a maximum of 20 to 25 pieces of these. I don't know the exact number, but these are quite unusual. And so I was really fortunate to be able to find this piece, full box and papers with the original winder and in immaculate condition. Yeah, even the winder. Yeah. So this is quite cool.
And here you have a different version, right?
Yes. So this is another. I would say, at first glance, one wouldn't even guess that this is an Audemars because it's not in the typical AP styling. You've got very rich guilloche and breguet numerals, which I think most would associate more towards, I don't know, Roger.
There's no channel else. I see them, honestly, and I'm always like excited to see, you know, what your next post is gonna be, because I know I'll see a watch I didn't even know exists, basically.
These watches are really undervalued for what they is, you know, but I think there are a few reasons I think that's the case. Firstly, it's 36 millimeters, so that's not a very popular size right now because we're just coming out of a phase. I mean, just 5 years ago, people were crazy about Panerais, offshores, Hublots, Richard Milles. So this 36 millimeter size, even though it's always been an evergreen men's size, it's just gone out of fashion for the past few years. And I think eventually this size will come back again. And the best part is it's always going to be relevant. It's not affected by trends. It's not too big. It's not too colorful. I find these to be really romantic and charming. Yeah. And I love these. And also, I think another reason why these watches are still considered quite undervalued because they were produced mainly during the 80s and the 90s, which you don't really hear people talking about this period of watches. People are talking about 60s, 70s, but eventually, of course, we're gonna get more acquainted and more attracted towards 80s designs, like this one here. Talking about design, beautiful, this is insane.
Leave it. Probably the right way. What's a warning shot? I'm under attack! Time to kill something. What's over here? Nah, yeah. Hey, ow! Yeah.
Ooh, first blood.
Now you tell me.
Axe will whittle them down, one by one.
Just follow my trail. Honestly, this is about all I need to get started. Wicked. I'm keen. Hey, we've been chatting.
I will rise next season.
Ripper. I'll make you famous.
Double kill. Oh, man.
Get it, Rocky. I'm not sure this isn't killing me. No, that way. Yeah, nah. Just follow my tail. Where do you think you're going? Paws are peddling.
With me.
Yep. You couldn't stop me. This way. Trembling time. Drop your gold and run along then. Oh yay, gold. Any blood trails? Nah, yeah. A reckoning! Anyone know where we're going? Don't let him hide me! Hey, did you hear? Ha! Yes! It's how I live. I'm under attack!
Ooh, Dyer, you gotta fortify them their
Got any
structures.
scrod?
Good work.
No reason to get aggro. If someone asks me if I'm a god, I'll say yes.
Feed the trees.
Ripper!
My power is spent.
Time to die!
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
What do you reckon?
Ooh, your middle tower's under attack.
I'm always on the right trail. I'll suss it. It's all on the way. I'm king. No worries. In the stringer. One in the green. You cold dead guys are all the same. Don't you have a convention to be at or something? I aim to please. Get him off me! What?
Level up a dub-dub!
Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Should have gone to ground. Who we fighting?
Bottom is missing, according to Axe.
No, this way. Did you see a branch move? Yeah. I'll lead the way. Paws are peddling. Now you tell me. Nah, yeah. Yeah. Huh! Who we fighting? I'm always on the right trail.
Ah, an afternoon restorative.
All right,
I've lost my head.
Morty, watch out! It's a killing spree! Double kill.
Results with you.
We're all goods here. Glorious. Do I look tired? No, this way. What? This way? I'm keen.
Sure.
Anyone know where we're going? No worries. It's all on the way.
Oh, geez, your middle tower's under attack.
Approach you.
Probably the right way. Huh?
Oh, come on, the middle tower's under attack.
Yeah. I don't normally go for footwear, but these are kind of nice. This way. Sure. Got any scrog?
Double damage.
Double kill.
Time to kill something? That all went straight to the tail. Yep.
You know, Rick, I gotta tell you, my bottom tower is looking pretty good.
Morty, bottom tower under attack.
Oh!
Like trails? Nah, yeah. Just follow my tail. It's more for fun than sport. Yep.
Oh jeez, it's a killing spree!
It's the nerdy stuff. Wicked. And I'm under attack. You smell something? I'm kidding. Hey, God, it's not even my
Hello?
birthday.
Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over here!
Look, watch it.
Looks like dire structures are fortified.
Nah, yeah. Crouching next to him.
I go now to the river to wash your blood
I know,
from my
I know.
claws.
Choice. Listen. Tail. Come again?
Gold and sweet.
Self-portraits.
What on earth was that all about? You couldn't stop me. Hey, listen to this.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant is fortifying their structures!
Leave it. It's how I live. Stay in the trees. Always a step ahead. Mind the branch. Spruce is up again. You're a tree hugger. I can take you. Can't hit nothing if you don't pull the trigger. What? Got heaps of them. Don't let him hide me. I usually
Killing spree, whoa!
that I was born for this. You're just a pretender. Just follow my trail. I'll bury this later. Drinking time. Did you see a branch?
Oh, Rick! He's dominating now! He's dominating!
My tail's a sail. One in the groove.
Your
Right
middle
on.
tower's under attack.
You smell something? Gap it.
Oh jeez, middle tower's under attack! Whoa, they took out the enemy's top tower!
Yep. Whoa! I'm under attack. Now to go some fertilizer. Oh, mate. Yeah, maybe sinking now. Ugh. Always a step ahead. Ugh.
Morty, watch out! It's a killing spree!
What I do. I just want you to know. You suck.
The seeds are fortune. Temperature.
Just a better wristband. You ever feel really exposed? Just follow my trail. one.
Radiant just fortified their structures! You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, your bottom tower's under attack.
Listen. Just doing my part. You're going to regret this. Nothing's ever easy, eh? Ugh. Just because I'm never going to grow old doesn't mean I don't want you.
Morty, middle tower. You might want to look at it.
I'm keen.
Middle tower's under attack!
I know just the trick.
Oh boy, your middle tower just really took a big
in the
crap.
That was just horrible, Rick!
No, this way. Did you see a branch move? This way.
Hooray! The enemy's bottom tower is destroyed. Hooray!
It's how I
All
live.
right, we can rest at ease now. That was a close call, Morty.
Now I'm the dodgy
Ooh,
one.
dire! You gotta fortify them their structures. Good work.
Chin up. Listen, now or never. I can't believe you just stood there. They'll see it.
Chop you down to size.
Hang on.
Ooh, they took out the enemy
Oh
middle
boy,
tower!
killing spree. Wubba lubba dub dub!
Kills you.
Morty, killing spree.
Nice. I'm under attack. In you go. I'm keen. Here's one from my stage.
Double kill. Oh man.
You couldn't stop me. Yep. Better not catch you littering, bro. Nah, yeah. Yeah,
You gotta get serious! Top tower's under attack!
There's good, there's better, and then there's plain old me. I'll suss it. What? This way? When's the murder start? Anyone know where we're going? Got any scrog? Tramping time. Who doesn't love the swirl? For the peddler. Sure, one up, ready to. Banger. Always on the edge, nothing to it. Can always climb trees.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Any blood trails? Like I haven't seen that before. My tail's a sail. Hey, 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 ow! Out of mana. Oh, either way. No
Speed
worries.
the brush.
Yeah. Ripper. Uh-huh. It'll go the distance. Launch it! No way! It's all on
Oh, he's dominating!
Here's a happy little fella.
Wubba lubba dub dub! Killing spree!
Because Radiant just fortified their structures! Oh man, this guy's dominating!
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Uh-huh.
Death cuts both ways.
Leave it. Listen. Wicked. Acorn in your eye. Incoming. I'm a quick study. Just follow my
Dumb
tail.
enemy denied their top tower!
Yeah. I'll lead the way. Got heaps of them. How you like my wrist?
Regeneration.
Want to see what we do to fun around here? Pause a peddling. Did you see a branch move? Just follow my
Axe
trail.
reports top is missing.
Ripper. Bloody bounty! Go this way.
The seeds of fortune.
Yeah, I see it. I'm always on the right trail. What? This way? Sure. Always a step ahead. Now to kill some fertilizer.
Axe likes this very
It's all
much.
on the way.
Likes this very much.
I'm keen. Not literally, of course. Who we fighting? Time to kill something? I'll suss it. See my point? One in the groove. Yeah. Takes a sec. A forest from the trot up.
Looks like dire structures are fortified.
Let her rip.
Axe has no time for all this jibber jabber.
Spruce the place up. Get a bit caught up, please. Throw down your gold. The shoppy will appreciate it. I'm not bloody egg! Not yeah.
Arcane
trails?
power.
Rack off. Got heaps of it. Hey, you want to see something really cool? Guess it's my shout.
Pull roots and
Yep.
run.
My tail's a sail. Yeah, I throw some shit. I'll do the right way.
Oh, the enemy's middle tower's gone. Serves them right.
Leave it. You smell something? Here's a happy little fella. Well, ain't this? It's a solid work. Oh, that's the one. Always.
Double kill.
Anyone know where we're going? Caught you in your studies, didn't you? I'm under attack! Dot the paper and stay real still.
Gold and sweet.
I'm not looking for trouble. It's looking for me. Hope I read it right. Drinking time.
Cuts two ways.
That's how I live. couldn't stop me. Yeah. I'm king.
Get some.
Piece of piss. Just doing my best. Yep. Do you mind? I'm trying to celebrate. Now you tell me. Gotcha. And Scrog.
I am frost free. Cold. Uproot and after them.
Uh-huh. A shame to tame the tail.
For my
Where's
coffers.
the murder stat? This way. I'm keen. No worries. Wicked.
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode.
Here's a hefty little that. Guess what comes next? You smell scurry out of it. It's funny, because it's really unwinding. Any blood?
Double kill. Oh, man.
For the keen folk, you weren't half bad.
Oh boy, killing spree. Oh, double kill.
Some more.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant just fortified their structures.
Leave the woods unguarded. The seeds of fortune.
What did we learn from there? That even earkids get lucky. Looks like this is goodbye. Now you tell. Right, so it's the hard way. Fire, fire! Break it up! Anyone know where we're going? Woo! Spruce the place up. Got ya! I'll lead the way. Always a step ahead. And listen.
Speed and precision.
You couldn't stop me. Time to kill something? Dip this way. This way. Rattle the dogs. That's the one. Trending time. It's almost like divine intervention. Believe it. Probably the right way. Got any scrog? Oh, how about a shortcut? Got heaps of them. Yep.
Oh man, looks like the tire got to
will
Roshan
never
just
dull.
a little bit before everybody else could.
Just follow my trail.
Hey!
Who we fighting? This way looks clear. Sure. Yeah, I throw some shade. Yep. Paws are peddling. Uh-huh. Go this way. No, yeah. Go, go! Nah, yeah. Yeah. No worries. I'm always on the right trail. Hang on, of course. The precision is. I'm keen. Uh-huh. Now to kill some fertilizer. Don't let him hide me! Yeah.
Regeneration.
Mind the branch. Can always use more trees. Just follow my tail. Hey, you!
That fourth building community of the Dire fortified their structure. Level up and dub dub!
Forest on the trail. What's this way? Go, go, go! Yeah. Uh-huh. Just doing my part. Ever seen someone bleed out in a net? No? Let's get started. I'm keen. Might need to get myself a new shooting rig if this keeps up. When's the murder start? Open it! It's all on the way. Gap it! Did you see a branch move? Route shot!
Oh, come on! The middle tower's under attack!
It's how I live. Not my fault they don't. Got heaps of
Your top tower's under attack!
A soldier's dead.
Your top tower's under attack.
I'll lead the way. Leave it. Am I here and there? Or neither here nor there? When will you play? For the record, I did hit the tree. No worries. Now to do some fertilizer.
But she's right! Top tower's getting hit!
The
top tower just got shattered.
Dip this way. Tramping time. What this way? A forest from the trees. Okay, so this is what a god complex feels like. Did you see a branch move? Who we fighting? That's the one. Probably the right way. Yeah, I see it. It's all on the way. Sure.
Your bottom tower's under attack!
Yep. Always a step ahead. I'll suss it. Got any scrog? Just follow my tail.
Oh jeez, Radiant's courier just got killed!
Yep. You smell something?
No, Rick, I gotta tell you, my bottom tower is looking pretty good. 45 tower under attack!
Oh! Rick, got ya. Stand right there. I'm under attack.
Whoa, killing spree! Oh!
Rattle bloody! Crouch down off me! Help me! It's how I live. I've been patient. Push. Any ha! Time to kill something? course. Just follow my trail.
Gold and sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't need to be a god here. Let's just win this thing already. Now you tell me. No, this way. Nothing to it. And it's not even my birthday. Like Jeepers. Nah, yeah. Flat out. Just doing my part. When's the murder start? I'm keen. I'm keen. I'm always on the right trail. I'll try not to. I know just the tree.
Killing spree, whoa! Double kill, haha, man.
Watch it.
That force field leads me to believe that Dyers fortified their structure.
This way.
Uprooted after them.
Uh-huh. This is gourmet cooking around here. Ripper. Probably the right way. I don't care about money. Are you gonna be a acorn in your eye? Just adding on to perfect. Wicked. It's what I do. Anyone know where we're going? Can always reach the trees. Let's do this the easy way. You smell something? Always a step ahead. What an egg! My tail's a sail. I like the aesthetic. Trending time. Yeah, I see it. Lynch. You see a lynch move? This way looks clear. Now you tell me. Got heaps of him. Got any scrog? Invisibility. Ripper. It's how I live.
Axemas done. Axemas
This
done.
Yep. Paws are peddling. I'm field smart. Now I'm the dodgy one. No worries. Yeah, I throw some shade. Listen.
The seeds of fortune.
I'm on it. This'll suss out any sneaky little scumbags. I'll suss it. Sure. I'm next. Time to kill something? Stay in the trees. Got you. Any blood trails? One in the groove.
Fought badly. Died worse.
Leave it. Here's a happy old fella. I'm always on the right trail. Watch it. When's the murder start? You couldn't stop me. Stay in the trees. betrayal. Here's a happy little fella. It's what I do. What? This way?
Haste!
Piece of piss. Route shot. Who we fighting? Yeah. Yep. Just follow my tail. How about shortcut? Just doing my Scurry out. Up next. Get him off me. Fair that tell. Pick a line. Find a branch. Now to kill some fertilizer. That's the one. Gap it. Not here. In you go. How about fuzzy? No, this way. Chilling. Don't any of you ever get tired of congratulating yourselves?
Badly. Dying wood.
Yeah. I'm keen. Nuthead! Uh-huh. I'll lead the way. Uh-huh. Got heaps of them.
Regeneration!
Hey, hold this target for a sec. It's all on the way. I'm keen.
Get some!
Okay, now I'm late. Whoops. Dip this way.
Okay, it's a killing spree.
Double kill.
Put in stuff. Don't let him hold me. Get stuffed.
Man, you might as well save that energy because Radiant just fortified their structure.
Ooh, Dyer, you gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work.
Get yourself together. I'll make
They took out the enemy's middle tower.
Enemy's middle barracks just got wrecked, baby! Whoa, initiating killing spree
He's
mode.
dominating now. He's dominating.
Enemy's middle barracks just got wrecked, baby! Nice! the enemy's bottom tower.
Lump,
Gone.
lump, enough.
Yeah, nuke.
This just in. The enemy's bottom barracks are destroyed. Oh my god!
Double kill.
He's now dominating. This just in. The enemy's bottom barracks are destroyed. Whoa! The enemy's top tower got destroyed. And great teamwork. All right.
You've been blinked.
The enemy's top barracks just got riggedy wrecked, son!
Here we go again.
It's cause for celebration.
Hey,
We'll
hold
be
this
fine.
target.
Got Vega creep. You know what that means? This thing is checked
Everything
and
got
mated.
just a little bit keener. It's how I live. No, this way.
Oh, the enemy's middle
He smells
tower's
it.
gone. Serve them right. They took out the enemy's middle tower.
This way looks clear.
That was good playership.
Wicked. Push it. No worries.
Dyer